Alafia. In the official shop of Child of Oshun, you will find spiritual services and products, including personal tarot readings, birth chart interpretation, cleansings, amulets, products for your altar, and spiritual practices. We also offer custom zodiac dolls for you, your bestie, or your twin. Please visit us at etsy.com/shop// Child of Oshun, and please subscribe at YouTube Child of Oshun so you don't miss a thing. Sending you peace and blessings. Alafia. In the Peace, love, and light. Welcome to the channel. Today's reading is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Rising. And I pray that you are well, that you have your health, your inner peace, and that the universe has sent abundance and blessings into your life and will continue to do so. All right. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe and the like. If you are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe before you go. If you are a returning subscriber, I appreciate you and I'm grateful to have you here with me. Make sure you check me out on Instagram and TikTok. And I do have a website as well where you can purchase spiritual products and also pay for personal readings there. The links are in the description of the video. Today's video is generously sponsored by our donor from Maryland. Thank you to Reginald. Thank you for donating. Okay. Gemini. Keep in mind we are still under Mercury retrograde, so the message may resonate now or at a later time. Time is relative. Here, Gemini, it looks like there's a situation that is looming. It's coming, and it requires you to be very strong. You may have to defend or protect yourself. Okay? I see a fight here. Looks like it's tied to money or your job. Some of you work for the airlines, or you work in a field that requires you to travel, move around. You could be in the airlines, some type of transportation. You might drive for a living. And it looks like there's some delays here caused by the retrograde. You might have to really buckle down with managing your money. You could also be going up against a Leo, a fight with a Leo. If you travel for work, some of you are very tired. The work it takes up a lot of your energy. It looks like some of you work for an industry that is maybe hit with some type of lawsuit. You might get caught up in something related to the job. Again, it feels like airlines types of stuff, something to deal with contracts, regulations, procedures, something like that is happening here. You might have to vote for something in a union. If you work in an industry that has a union, I see something going on with that, some type of changes. And it looks like it's going to affect you or affect your income. Okay? Some of you really like your job. You love it. You're passionate about it. Or at least that's how you used to feel. But you're realizing you have to take your emotions and your feelings out of the equation when it comes to being treated fairly in the job, getting what you deserve, making your voice heard if it comes to a contract or union, stuff like that. Six of Fire. Some of you have been in your career for a long time and you feel like you've been treated pretty fairly, so you don't want to ruffle too many feathers or make too much noise, but you may have to kind of speak up about something. I still see this fight here, and the Justice card is here. Justice. Releasing your emotions. How can you be treated fairly? Not reacting emotionally, but thinking rationally. Some of you, you have a job where you have not been recognized. Maybe you've been there for a long time. Maybe they didn't give you the raise that you deserved. But something here is telling me that you got to fight for something. 7 of Cups and the 6 of Cups. You may feel as if you've been in the same position for so long that it's hard for you to learn something new or to go someplace new. You got a little comfortable. Or the job feels like, oh, you're not going anywhere. You're very set in the number of years that you've been there, that you're not going to move anywhere. And some of you really have been loyal to the company or to the work. But it feels like you may have gotten treated unfairly. They cut you out of something. They cut the pay, they cut the hours, or something very unfair here happened. Some of you have been in your job for a long time. You may have started in a place when you were like 19 or 20 years old, and you've been there, 15, 20 years. And you got kind of hit by surprise by something that they're throwing at you. It's like you love the job, but they don't love you. Something like that. Conflict here. Some of you may be taking some time off from the work to kind of clear your head, figure out what your next steps are. Some of you might be leaving the job because there's too much conflict, things that are kind of going unresolved. Again, I'm getting like contract stuff. Okay. I will remind you again that we're still under retrograde. So you might be putting in paperwork or trying to get something done right now that you're not going to see the results of until mid-September or late September when we get out of that retrograde. You might be waiting on an answer from some department in your job that you're not going to really get a definite answer until September. It really feels like the retrograde is affecting you heavily. And it's tied to your money and your work. Make sure you go back, watch the money reading that I did for you a couple weeks ago. Okay? And that should give you some more clarity into this situation as well. But it looks like you have a lot of experience. You even have seniority. There could also be people on your job that are not acting in the best positive way. Throw an evil eye. But it looks like Spirit wants you to not be emotional, really think rationally before you make any next steps, especially if it's tied to your paycheck and your money. Okay? All right, that's my message for you, Gemini. Make sure you hit the like and the subscribe. I will be back. And make sure you check out your money reading that was done recently. All right? Peace to you.